On the news tonight, Secretary to the Government of the Federation takes oath of office, pledges total commitment. FCT Police Command assures residents of absolute protection of lives and property. And Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC, flags off coconut planting season. Good evening. Thank you for joining us on the news at 7 p.m. on NTA Channel 5, Abuja, the Unity Station. I am Frama Panye. And now the news in details. The newly appointed Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, has taken oath of office, pledging commitment towards actualization of the current administration's plan to deliver good governance. State House correspondent Musbah Wahab reports that the brief ceremony held in the council chamber.
Senator George Akume left this council chamber of the State House exactly 2 weeks ago as a minister. Now, he's returned a new man, higher in capacity, newly appointed Secretary to the Government of the Federation.
We rise for Mr. President.
But then, the new status must be formalized. Some APC National Working Committee members, some serving and former governors would also witness as the new National Chief Scribe pledges to serve diligently in the total interest of the nation. There is a long journey ahead in the task before the present administration, promising new hope, and the SGF is quite aware.
So when you call Tinubu as president, you just have to follow his footsteps. He has never been in the gallery. You know, the galleries, according to Roosevelt, are full of critics. He has always been in the arena, down in the arena, according to Roosevelt. At the doors, he's always a doer. And so we have to tag along. We must never afford to fail.
His immediate predecessor had felt the shoes, but believes the former governor has the experience to go for him.
He is the beam light of the government in terms of driving coordination and policy formulation. So it's enormous. It's not, a small job, but I'm confident that he has been ably prepared and groomed for this job. And I believe that he will take the office a notch higher.
It's a factor of exaltation. Out of the many states, Benue is chosen, and it's one of our sons whom we're all proud of.
My husband is a very hard-working man, very humble, kind, compassionate. He relates with people very well, and I know this time too he will do the best.
The two-time Benue State Governor and three-time Senator with a master's degree in labor relations from the University of Ibadan is the 20th Secretary to the Government of the Federation. From the State House, Musbah and Wahab, NT News.
Meanwhile, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, has resumed office as the 20th SGF. He received handover documents from his predecessor, Boss Mustafa. President Bola Tinubu today met with members of the governors. Kwara State Governor and Chairman, Nigerian Governors Forum, Abdurrahman Abdurrazak, led his counterparts to the meeting which held behind closed doors of the State House Council chamber and lasted over an hour. Though details were not disclosed, correspondent Musbah Wahab reports that it was the first official meeting the President has had with the generality of the state governors. Now, the Nigeria Police have assured citizens in the Federal Capital Territory of its continuous commitment to safeguard lives and property, as well as beef up security for all. Divisional Police Officer CSP Victor Godfrey gave the assurance during NTA Channel 5 live program Call the Police. Cecilia Julius reports.
In the attainment of its core mandate of maintaining law and order, the Nigerian police is poised to ensure that adequate security is maintained in all parts of the FCT and its environs. Divisional Police Officer Utako FCT, CSP Victor Godfrey, says in achieving this with the support of the Inspector General of Police, new technologies have been employed to combat and reduce crime rates.
Security of Utako is relatively peaceful, based on the directive of our able Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba Kale, and the Commissioner of Police, Garuba Haruna, who has given us a marching order to ensure that we maintain a relative peace in our area of jurisdiction. We equally have used modern technology to ensure that area surveillance and surveillance, high quality surveillance equipment are being deployed. So it never affected our operation because we work in synergy, because security is synergy. We synergize with other security and government agencies.
Still speaking on the program, the CSP also called for more partnership with the police and admonished the Nigerians to be security conscious.
I can tell you that in Utako, for example, the people who deal with you are dealing with us because they have seen our sincerity, that we have passion to secure our area. Because if we secure the area, it is for our benefit and for their benefit. So the partners with us, 100%. And we still require more partnership so that we can police them better.
Residents of the FCT were also advised to drive safely in order to keep others safe. Cecilia Julius, NTA News.
Now, the Federal Capital Territory Administration has provided communication gadgets to security agencies domiciled in the territory to support their quest to protect. Yakubu was there and brought back this report.
Confronting security challenge is a task that requires the support and commitment of all. This donation of communication gadget is one of the series of assistance by the FCT administration to the security agencies in the FCT. Handing over the equipment to heads of the security outfit, the FCTA Permanent Secretary Olushade Adeshola notes that the nature of threats and security challenges have become increasingly complex, hence the need for support to meet up with the modern methods of combating crimes.
Any thriving society is an essential component that ensures the safety, well-being, and prosperity of our residents. Recognizing this, the FCT has consistently prioritized the enhancement and promotion of safety and security within our territory. So this event marks another significant step in our commitment to providing our security agencies with the tools they need to effectively carry out their duties.
Commissioner of Police FCT Haruna Garba says the equipment will boost effective operation by their personnel, who are always combat ready to tackle security challenges in the FCT.
The equipment is going to act as a support and a buffer to our operations and deployment. With it, we'll be able to talk to our men on the field with speed, and they will respond very speedily.
The equipment donated include 500 units of handheld radio device, among other communication gadgets. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
2 community projects executed in Kuje Area Council by the senator representing the FCT has been inaugurated and handed over to the people. Representatives of the Senate President, while inaugurating the project, commended Senator Philip Tenimu Aduda for bringing dividends of democracy to the grassroots people. Abdullahi Ajia reports.
It was all smiles and expression of joy and satisfaction for the people of Shadadi and Jeddah communities of Kuje Area Council of the FCT as they heave a sigh of relief with the completion and inauguration of a 7-kilometer road that hitherto was the bane of the community's socio-economic progress until the intervention of the senator representing the FCT. While Jeddah community is celebrating a new health facility to cater for their primary health care needs, courtesy of the senator representing the FCT, Senator Philip Tanimo Aduda.
A 9 community that will be accessing this service, and the population of this community is about 10,000 people. And beyond them, many other catchment communities will come and access this service. And the facility that will be accessed here are numerous. We, on our part, at the Primary Healthcare Board, we are going to support this project by providing essential services, ranging from immunization, antenatal services, health promotion, nutrition corner, and of course, many other things that will improve the living standard of people that will access these services.
During the inauguration, guests and community leaders commended the projects they described as people-oriented.
Being a senator like him, I was carried away, and by the fact that he was able to do this for his community, there shouldn't have been any betrayal. But he has done it not just because of a person, he did it because of his God. And I pray, by God's grace, it is not this where you're going to end his work. There are other places that are looking forward to have him.
It is gratifying and fulfilling to serve the people, work for the people, and ensure that you bring about democratic dividends to the people. Because representing the people is all about service to the people. Before now, I never believed in showcasing some of these projects because I believe it was giving back to the people and working for the people. And so if you are doing things between you and God and working for the people, and the people within the environment are satisfied with what you are doing, then I don't think that it was something that you would run around to showcase, because to me, it was to be very modest about certain things that I was doing without looking immodest to the things that I had put in place. But however, as I'm winding down and having served the people in the House of Representatives and also in the Senate, it behoves on me to really showcase some of these projects for posterity and for history, so that people who are coming behind will have history, will know that yes, I was a senator, and as senator I was able to bring about and attract development to the people.
The benefactor reiterates his commitment to serving his people as more projects have been lined up for inauguration under his constituency project in the coming days across the 6 area councils of the FCT. In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Abuja Municipal Area Council has flagged off the 2023 coconut planting season, calling on everyone to get plants on 1 or 2 coconut trees, as it is one of the most viable agricultural produce presently across all borders. AMAC Chairman Christopher Zakka Mekalungu, represented by the Council Secretary Jafar Gwagwa, appealed to the government to make land available for farmers in the FCT to farm coconut due to its health and economic benefits.
1 hectare of land takes 200 coconut trees.
Agriculturists say coconut production and processing industry can grow the nation's economy, maintaining that it is a viable cash crop, with its coconut oil presently selling for 8,000 naira per litre. Flagging off the 2023 coconut planting season in Abuja Municipal Area Council, Council Secretary Jafar Gwagwa says, apart from consuming the fruits and water, the cash crop has numerous medical values.
Farming, land of the farming, the federal government have allocated a lot of land in Kuje Area Council. Within the cosmopolitan area here, you cannot have where you can plant and do farming season. But we, being an AMAC, we have a land by the grace of God. Outside the city, where we are going to showcase about anything farming.
President Coconut Producers and Processors Association of Nigeria, Umma Okoroji, highlights many economic benefits associated with the crop.
1 liter of coconut oil is 8,000 naira. You can't compare the proceeds from coconut oil to that of the crude. How much is a liter of crude?
Grown in southwest Nigeria, agri-experts say the crop can generate billions of dollars annually, especially with increased coconut production and exploring to optimum the potentials inherent in its value chain. Deborah Gazaji Micah, NTA News.
Malama, Allah ki bani katin bulo na 1000. Na 1000? Tam. To shikenan yanzu nan zaka ga alaji.
me aka maka kake wannan ihun malam?
Ba dole in ihu ba. Wannan malamar ce na ce ta bani katin gulo na 1000. Ta je ta sa min katin 10,000. Ta ya zan iya biyan wannan?
Wannan ai garabasa gulo take yi. Idan ka saka 1000 za su rubanya maka shi domin ya koma 10,000. Shine muke kira 10 times airtime bonus.
Amma fa abun na kai mamaki.
Abokina ka kwanta da hankalinka. Kaga wannan 10,000 gulo ne ta baka kyauta. That what me say na 10 times ahun we gulo give you.
Kwarai kuwa kai ma za ka iya samun 10 times airtime bonus idan ka sai kati a layin Glo ɗinka. Sai sabon layin Glo.
When malaria won't show power for your side, it can knock you down. I'm a temp salt gel.
Aywa.
Me I can tell you no say. Malaria medicine we no get bad days. Oh, bad days come out and it easy to swallow. I got red game changer. I'm a temp salt gel.
Say no to malaria. Yes to life.
Up next, Sports Brief.
Ahead of the second edition of the African Beach Games, Nigeria and other 52 countries have been listed amongst other participants. A total of 1,100 athletes are expected to compete in 30 events at the Games in the Tunisian resort town of Hammamet from June 23rd to June 30th, 2023, wishing them a sound preparation. In another development, Ange Postecoglou becomes the first Australian to coach in the most followed, viewed and talked about football league. Ange, who is former Celtic coach in the Scottish Premiership, left the club after 2 years and winning treble to join the top 4 and 6 contenders Tottenham Hotspur on a 4-year deal. To tennis, Spain's Carlos Alcaraz will face Serbian and current world number 1 Novak Djokovic in the French Open semis on Friday, after crushing Stefanos Tsitsipas to set up the highly anticipated clash. Alcaraz, 20, won the Greek 5th seed 6-2, 6-1, 7-6 and 7-5. With Sports Brief, Gideon Johanna, NTA News.
Sports Brief concludes the English segment of the news, but don't go away. So we have the Bagi, Hausa, Igbo and Yoruba translators waiting to tell you the news in their various indigenous languages. Have a good night.
Ma agbaje we shaje wo na abi ku shagbadai iwa na ba shaba badai wo mo president so ayuba wo wa ku na baje gai yiku anabaji bwa nge ekin iye nyaka ye we ye senator George Akume gwamnati iye ku ana titin ya ku na bai wa godu titin ekin nyaka ya ekin kintuko daga wa ye musbao dan wahab wada nge gwamnati yaka wa George Akume wada nge wo fafashino wa godo titi ina ga wo shi ina bai kiye kwa bwa abegi we ku ye kintuko da sami ntu shewa kiwoto ge wo shi titi ye kwen na bai ba godo na ba ga aza anya mbaga baba shi ntu kiye abegi bo ayi kisida abusi bida ku daye via dutu nge ba mi polo mba gbagbato nge baba je ba tutu aza ogunya ba godu ba suku na abanu ko shi kisida ekwen ye Cecilia Julius wada nge abusi bida fagna bi peje bibiya ye CSP Victor Ogbede Godfrey be dai lonu sanu ngo be gai aweka ya tete ba enti na abusebi da sa na gaban bagodu nge abubate lolo ntu na abanu ko jifi ekeze da yakoyin wagodu nge ya gebanu ko yayi abusebi da baba be maji anabaji bagodu dai nge gwamnati bibije municipal nya bala gbega bayin la akwakwa fanu bala fanu guya aujen anunge kwakwa fa na mama pye kwanyi bada gazaza ego wa bie nge kwakwa na wa bie gbaka kala kwa ilo ogwamba ntige nko apmabo ntu eyinai lafia bo ije Debra gazaji maika wa godo weiga daiga nje shikpejida Christopher zaka mekolongu nwe yaka ye Jafaru gwagwa bebe nwa patanyi we kuda nga gwamnati la pata mana la kwa ga akin afai bajan apmache na ba nu kwa ntu nko apmabo yin na ibo bedo nyabwa ko ba be che ama agbaje na baji kuzo yibe jado wosu nshekwa asi paga shekwa yesu saisu.
Jama'a barkamu da wannan lokaci ga fasaran takaitattun labarai ne karantawa Shuaibu Oloze Yakubu. An rantsar da sabon sakataren gwamnati na kasa Senator George Akume inda ya sha alwashin yin aiki tukuru domin ganin cewa an cima burin gwamnatin shugaba Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Wakilinmu Musbahu Dan Wahab ya labarta cewa an rantsar da sabon magatakardar ne a fadan shugaban kasa a yau. George Akume tsohon minista ne wanda ya ce a shirye yake ya taka rawa wurin cika burin shugaba Bola Ahmed Tinubu na kai kasan turbin ci gaba. Jami'an 'yan sandan Abuja sun sake ba da tabbacin cewa za su ci gaba da kare rayuka da dukiyoyin jama'a. Shugaban 'yan sandan na Utako CSP Victor Ogbede Godfrey ne ya ba da wannan tabbacin a yayin hiransa a zauren shirin nan na 'yan sanda a gidan talabijin na Abuja. Wakiliyarmu Cecilia Julius ta kawo rahoto cewa CSP Victor Godfrey ya ce sabbin na'urorin aiki da Inspector General na 'yan sanda ta tallafa musu zai taimaka masu sosai wurin tunkahon miyagun mutane. Karamar hukumar Amak ta kaddamar da shirin noman kwakwa na wannan shekara inda aka neme da jama'a da su shuka kwakwa domin muhimmancin yin haka. Shugaban karamar hukumar Christopher Zaka Kalangu wanda ya sami wakilcin magatakardar hukumar Jafar Gwagwa ya neme da gwamnati da ta keɓe filaye ta musamman wa manoma wurin noman kwakwa domin jama'a su ci moriyanta. Deborah Gazaji Maika ita ce wakiliyarmu da ta kawo mana wannan rahoto. Ta jama'a abinda ya sauka kenan, mu kwana lafiya.
Nnọọ n'akụkọ ụwa nke taa, aha m bụ Rachel Ifi Ono gere akụkọ ụwa n'uju ya. Eduola onye odeakwụkwọ gọọmenti etiti a họpụtara ọhụrụ Senator George Akume n'iyi ọrụ. Onye ọrụ anyị Musbahu Dan Wahab nwetara akụkọ na emere nke a n'isi ala anyị, ebe ya bụ nwa amadi na ndị ọchịchị ibe ya kwere nkwa na ha ga-etinye uchu n'ịchị isi n'ala anyị niile gbaa gburugburu. Ya bụ nwa amadi bụ onye jiburu ọkwa minista kwekwara nkwa na ya ga-arụ ọrụ n'ụzọ kwesịrị ekwesị. Ndị uwe ojii ala anyị ekwela ụmụ amaala ala anyị nkwa ichekwebe ndụ na akụnụba ha ma hụkwa na ha megidere ma kpochapụ ihe niile banyere enweghị nchekwa n'ala anyị. Cecilia Julius wetara akụkọ na onye uwe ojii CSP Victor Ogbede Godfrey kwere ya bụ nkwa mgbe o sonyere n'ihe omume ndị uwe ojii si ala anyị na ụlọ mgbasa ozi NTA Channel 5 na-eme kwa izuụka akpọrọ kpọọ ndị uwe ojii. Okpuru ọchịchị Amak amalitere ịkụ akị oyibo nke afọ 2023. onye ọrụ anyị Debra Michael wetara akụkọ na ha kpọkuru ọhaneze ka ha gbaa mbọ hụ na ha kụrụ opekata mpe otu ukwu osisi akị oyibo n'ihi na o so n'otu mkpụrụ osisi bara ezigbo uru n'ala anyị. Onye isi oche n'okpuru ọchịchị ama Christopher Zakamekalangu site n'ọnụ onye nnọchi anya ya Jaffa Gwagwa rịọkwara gọọmenti ka ha wepụta ala a ga-eji kụọ ya bụ akị oyibo n'isi ala anyị. Igbo bụ Igbo ọgwụla ka ọha anyị n'ọnụ. Ndewo.
Ẹ káalẹ́ o, ìròyìn ló ń dé sí etí gbóyún láti iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún l'Àbújá. Ọláyínká Adéníjì ni oníròyìn yín. Akọ̀wé àgbà tuntun fún ìjọba àpapọ̀ aṣojú-ṣòfin George Akume ni wọ́n ti búra fún báyìí nínú àgbàlá ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí aṣojúkọ̀ròyìn wa fún ilé ìlú Musbau Danwahab ṣe sọ, ó ní níbi ayẹyẹ náà èyí tí kò gba àkókò rárá, akọ̀wé àgbà tuntun ọ̀hún ṣèlérí wípé òun yóò ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun láti rí dájú wípé gbogbo èròǹgbà ìjọba tuntun ló máa kẹsẹ̀ járí láìsí àní-àní. Ní báyìí o, iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá tó wà nílùú Àbújá ti mú dájú fún àwọn aráàlú Àbújá wípé láì fọ̀tápè ètò ààbò tó péye ni yóò wà fún dúkìá àti ẹ̀mí àwọn ènìyàn bó ti wà látẹ̀yìnwá lónìí àti lọ́la bó ti wù kórí. Nínú ètò kan lórí ẹ̀rọ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún tó ń jẹ́ Képe Ọlọ́pàá ní ọ̀gá àgbà ọlọ́pàá CSP Victor Ogbeide Godfrey ti fìdí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí lélẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí Cecilia Julius aṣojúkọ̀ròyìn wa ṣe jábọ̀. Ìjọba àbílẹ̀ Ama ti fìdí ayẹyẹ igi àgbọn gbíngbìn ti sáà yìí lélẹ̀ pẹ̀lú kíképe àwọn aráàlú Àbújá láti rí dájú wípé ó kéré jù wọ́n gbin igi àgbọn kan sí méjì nítorí èyí jẹ́ ohun tó ṣe pàtàkì jùlọ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀gbìn jákèjádò ẹnubodè wa. Christopher Zakamekalangu tó jẹ́ alága ìjọba àbílẹ̀ ọ̀hún ní èyí tí akọ̀wé rẹ̀ ṣojú níbi ayẹyẹ náà rọ ìjọba àpapọ̀ láti ṣèpèsè ilẹ̀ fún àwọn àgbẹ̀ ní olú ìlú Nàìjíríà Àbújá láti lè fi gbin ọ̀pọ̀ yanturu igi àgbọn látàrí àǹfààní rẹ̀ fún ètò ìlera àti ìwúlò rẹ̀ gbákàgbìyàn lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà. Tó rí ọ̀hún kò ní ju báyìí lọ, ìmúlòdì kan mú àgbọ̀nsàrè lóní họ́wọ́họ́. Èmi rẹ̀ lájọ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà yìí o, ẹ jẹ́ àṣekúdára ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan láòjì o, ká sùn láyọ̀.